What is up, world? What a oh wait, y'all can't see because I got this tent right here. What is up? It is a wonderful, oh Lord, I got an alfalfa sticking up. Wonderful Friday. As y'all can see these bags under my eyes, man, I had not been asleep. I actually been sitting on some ideas and I wanted to come discuss with you guys. That's gonna bother me. That's really gonna bother me. This may be a long video for a couple of reasons. This isn't gonna be a traditional one topic video. This is gonna be the multi-sided gem. If this video is useful to you or you find it, you learned something new, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't learn something new, leave a comment if it's something that you want to debate about, because I'm all for that. I've been thinking about this topic now for about 8 hours. Actually woke up right around midnight and I couldn't go back to sleep. So that explains the bags. Don't judge me, judge your mama. So I'm trying to make these topics flow into each other seamlessly. And we're gonna start with NSFW, which is not safe for work. And we're gonna transition over to communication. From there, we're gonna go into speaking. And then from there, we're gonna talk a little bit about business. And you know, I love talking about business. So let's get started. NSFW, if you guys don't know, NSFW stands for not safe for work. I'm a part of this group. It's a men's group / veterans group, you know, where we discuss all sorts of things that may be bothering us, that we may feel that we don't have anybody else to talk to about it. I actually might change because the sun is at a really weird angle right now. But we talk about random things that may be bothering us. Being as veterans, you don't always have a resource to reach out to that you feel like you can, you know, just talk to about anything. So yeah, we have that group. So and in that group we were talking about, well, last night we were talking about experience levels with women or things like that. And I know personally most people have a problem with talking about their level of sexual preference or what they're into. I don't care how long you've been talking to a person. If that topic comes up, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward because obviously sex isn't something that we normalize talking about. Yes, it may be in music and different things like that, but on a day-to-day basis, just talking to someone, it's kind of like a taboo thing. Even when you get with someone, say for instance, if you like somebody and you into some things that may not necessarily be normal, or you kind of hesitant to talk about it with your significant other because you don't know how they may feel. They may think it's weird or something like that, so you don't say anything. I'm here to tell you, talk about those things. The discussions that I heard last night, I'm not sure if you guys know what furries are, but there's a guy who likes furries. Like, a furry is somebody who dresses up as a fairy animal or creature or something like that, and he likes his significant other to dress up as a furry creature and they'll have sex with them. And I'm just like, how does she feel about that? Because it's something that's not normal. So it's like, man, she doesn't really care for it. And like everybody's sitting there kind of scratching their head, just how I am right now. And we didn't have an answer for her because we haven't been in that situation. Usually anytime somebody is speaking on a situation is because they have either A, experienced it or been in a similar situation to maybe give you some insight or help you out on this type of topic. But he went on to tell us that he has these costumes and things like that because that's what he's into. And he started talking to his new girl and doesn't really want to bring it out to her and, scare her off because he likes her. Like, eventually he's going to come out. So, I mean, now is the best time, is what I told him. Because, say for instance, if you're with this chick and you're not happy with doing what you're doing, or the, oh my God, this is really bothering me. If you're not happy with the intercourse that you guys are having, or whatever the case may be, down the line, it may not end well, you know what I mean? So why not just go ahead and talk to her about it? So he's gonna talk to her about it, and it should be interesting to see how that turns out. I should have not worn this to the back last night because it wasn't meant to. So that goes into our second topic, which is communication. Communication, I don't think people understand the importance of communication because it can make or break anything. You need to communicate to be successful in a business, or be successful in your personal relationship, or even teach your kids something. You have to be able to communicate, and there's different levels to communicating, which I experienced myself and in the military from experiences that I had to kind of help troops with. There's levels to communicating. Some people may think that they're communicating when they're actually not. I learned about active listening, which is you're actually listening to understand what somebody is talking about. You're listening to understand what they're talking about and to respond with something thoughtful to say, rather than, oh, that's what's up, or something like that. You know what I mean? Which is a common task that you would think is something important that everybody should know, or something like that, but that's not something that we're taught, which kind of baffles me. But we're taught how to do the square root of 64 or something like that we probably would never ever use ever in life. So learn your flaws in communicating. Excuse me. Learn your flaws in communicating, and try to, I'm not gonna say perfect those flaws, but learn to adjust and live with those flaws to where it won't damper you or cause you to be ineffective with communicating with your significant other or peers or boss or something like that. I know, me personally, I have a lot of flaws. I mean, we're all human beings. We're unless you guys are somewhere out of space and you're alien and you're watching this, in which you're not a human being. But we're all human beings, and we're born with flaws. I don't think anybody is perfect. It's just it's just the nature of the game. I've noticed I don't really have a filter. You would think you're 32 years old. You probably already knew that you didn't have a filter. I knew, but I would respond to people, unfiltered, and then I go back. I go on about my day. Whether it's a coworker, I won't think that what I said bothered them, because me, I'm just talking. I'm just spewing off words. I'm gonna go on about my day. I'm gonna still say what's up to you later, unless you disrespect me, you put your hands on me, then that's a different ball game. But I've noticed those flaws, and now instead of just immediately responding, I kind of take a second, think about what I'm going to say, and then respond. It is very important that you do these things. It is very important that you do these things so it goes back to the first conversation, so you can be better at communicating. I want to make you guys a better person. I want to make me a better person. I actually strive to be a better person every day. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Some days I might fall back a step or two, but the end goal is in front of me. So I'm always looking in front of me. Try to be better every day. I think that just about wraps it up on communication, but it transitions us over to speaking. Speaking is also a very important keystone or pillar or whatever that you want to call it of communicating. I want you guys to do an exercise. Anything that I share with you guys, I'm not going to share it unless I approve it or it gets my stamp. So last night when I couldn't sleep, quiet room, no noises or anything like that. Have a conversation. Not a conversation, just speak. Just talk about things that you're comfortable with or things that you know. It doesn't have to be anything. Say, for instance, if I was to ask you, what are you going to do today? Or what's your daily routine? That doesn't require any amount of thought. You know what you do on a day-to-day basis. Like, I'm not asking you what you do on Wednesday to where you have to think, maybe I have violin practice or something like that. I'm just asking you, what's your daily routine? Most people say, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to brush my teeth, shower, drink me a cup of coffee, eat breakfast, go to work, do my work, come back home, get dinner ready, shower, sleep. That's my daily routine. It doesn't require any amount of thinking. Do this exercise. Tonight, when you're in bed getting ready to go to sleep, just talk. And I guarantee that you will not it's a high probability that you will not have a verbal pause. And if you don't know what a verbal pause is when you're speaking. So our brains work way faster than what we think, than how we think that they work. You ever listen to a song, maybe a song that you don't really know, but you listen to it and you know what's going to be the next words? That's because our brain is listening to the melody, and with all the words that we know in our vocabulary is going to match basically the tempo of the song, unless you're Eminem or Busta Rhymes or something where people are spewing out hundreds of words a minute. It's going to match the tempo of the song with the previous word that you just heard, and to basically make it make sense. We do this all the time. I guarantee one of your favorite songs that you know, when the song comes on, you can probably rap or sing the whole entire words. Let that song go off, like no music or no chorus or nothing playing. You're probably gonna forget words. Okay? So going back to the exercise, just talk to yourself and try to count how many times you go or let me see, or just things like that. And once you do that, you're going to notice that because you're not talking to anybody and you're talking about a subject that you know, you're not going to feel nervous. Uncertainty. That's the word that I came up with last night. You're not going to be uncertain of anything, so everything that you talk about is going to flow. I tell people all the time, once you speak with confidence and speak with charisma, you can have anybody believe in anything that you say. Now, on the flip side of that coin, don't go out and, I don't want you guys to go out and start just telling people that you're a multi-millionaire because you can speak well and things like that. But use what you learn in that exercise to gain the knowledge of a subject and be able to speak more confidently and more proudly. I read a quote from Elon Musk, and if you guys don't know, that's the CEO of Tesla. He said a lot of people confuse intellect with being smart. You can be intelligent on a certain